Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is Real Talk with Coach Sherri. I'm sure you're wondering who is that cute puppy that was in the beginning of this clip, but that is a puppy that may become a new member of our family. It's a long story. I wish I would have done some more footage yesterday because I had some great opportunities, but I didn't. I was just really enjoying him. I call him Blue. I forget what the name is, but he is adorable. He is a pit bull. He's 6 weeks old, and I think I'm in love. He's so cute. But I really wanted to start sharing some more stories about who I am and my life in the NFL, as well as workforce development, and how it all kind of ties together. First of all, this time of year really has me thinking a lot, especially now that camp for the NFL is starting to end. And camp is ended, but people are starting to kind of like get the rosters together for the teams, and fans are starting to, bring out their paraphernalia and make predictions for who's going to the Super Bowl and all those great things. But, this time of year means a little bit different. It means something different for me. And I think also for other NFL families. My husband played in the NFL for 10 years, and, it's not, on the inside, it's not the same as it is on the outside. And so I want to start sharing some of those stories. I belong to some groups, some wives groups, and, hearing what the young women are going through. It's the same thing, different year. So I just, want to share some of my experiences. I think it's going to also be helpful for just women in general, and maybe some men as well, but just women in general who are going through life trying to find themselves, as a mother, as a wife, as a businesswoman, as a career woman. I went through all those channels, still going through all those channels and all those hoops. So I'm pretty sure my journey is going to be most helpful. One thing I wanted to share today is about one of the journeys that I had taken, because someone was talking about moving across country. And the year that my husband went to St. Louis to play with the Rams, it was actually their first year in St. Louis. And, we were newlyweds. He just got this brand new truck. I couldn't find a company to be able to ship it in a timely fashion or a timely manner. So my best friend and I decided that we would drive the truck to St. Louis from New Jersey. It was a 24-hour drive. I'm not sure if it's 24 hours or more, but it took us 24 hours. Let's just put it that way. And, it was a journey. It was a cool experience. I hadn't driven that part of the country before. I've, gone south all the way to Atlanta and everything like that in terms of driving. But going to St. Louis, which is a different route, I had never done that before. It was the summer. It was in July. I believe it was right before camp was going to end. So it might have been like the end of July, or I can't remember. I know it was like the first preseason home game that they were having, and they actually played on a baseball field. One of the professional baseball teams, I can't remember who they are in St. Louis. And I know you're probably like, what? How don't you know whatever the team is in St. Louis? I don't. But I didn't know anything about St. Louis at that point, although I have grown to truly love it. But that's where they played the first few games until the dome was complete. But I remember we got there at night, like the day before the game, and I hadn't seen my husband in probably 5 weeks or something at that point, and it was just really good. And now on the flip side of things, when the season was over, we immediately packed up our home to come back. We have a town or a condo in New Jersey. And the season was over at the end of December, and it was freezing cold. We drove through Indianapolis, got caught in black ice, had to pull over in this, I feel like it was like a Motel 6 type of place, because we just had to get someplace safe. And we had a puppy, a boxer puppy. We got a room that could accommodate a dog, and it was that type of room. It was nasty. It was so nasty. My dog didn't even want to be up on the floor or nothing. We all three of us slept in a full-size bed, and my husband's an offensive lineman, and I'm not a tiny tot either. So, and our dog slept in the middle. It was just a crazy journey going back home in the winter to New Jersey. So I remember someone was talking about relocating from New York to Arizona, and, different times of the year. I'm going to tell you, if you're going to move across country or any place other than your area, your region, don't do it in the winter time. Don't do it. It is too unpredictable. the weather might be one way where you're at when you leave, but the traveling, going wherever, the weather changes and you might not always be prepared for that. I don't know what my husband and I were thinking when we did that, but yeah, it was it was something else. I remember that almost like it was yesterday. That's so crazy to me. That was really a while ago. But it was a good experience. I'm glad I can say I did it. If nothing else, I can say I did it. I loved St. Louis. I didn't want to leave St. Louis. I did go kicking, screaming, and crying. I remember telling my husband, I don't think you love me. Why don't you want to stay and play here? Because they wanted to re-sign him, but he knew better. He knew best for his career. But anyway, I have a ton of stories I can't wait to share with you. Also about the different businesses that I've had along the way. Because when you are an NFL wife or NBA wife or anything like that that's kind of like seasonal, it's really hard to hold down a full-time job, especially when you don't really grow roots in the city that you're playing in. So oftentimes you have to start your own business, and even more so, it has to be a business that's kind of like you can relocate it easily. So a brick and mortar really doesn't do well. There's some other business ideas that I wish I would have put into place while my husband was playing, but I know better now, so I'm gonna share better with you guys. I'm excited too. Today we got a start date for our new interns. I have 15 interns that my company that I work for now, I'm a workforce development specialist, is hiring in. We just graduated 9 interns a couple of weeks ago, and I was able to find them positions. So they are all hired somewhere within the organization and are doing so well. I'm so proud of them, because the internships is not just about the hard skills that they gain with the on-the-job training. It's also about the soft skills that they gain. And I think the soft skills that I teach them is incredible. It's incredible for anyone, no matter what level you're at in your career. I mean, it teaches them everything from how to handle feedback, how to code switch, active listening, branding, communication, workplace ethics. It's so much, and I love it. It's so rich. It's so interactive. They all get something out of each and every lesson. It's 16 lessons, and it's just amazing. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, because then when they roll into their on-the-job training, they are truly ready to receive all the new skills that they are being taught. And I'm just so proud, and I can't wait till my next 15 starts. They'll be starting in October, and so you definitely have to stay tuned in to hear about their successes as well. So once again, this is Real Talk with Coach Sherri. If you've liked this video, if you'd like to follow me and hear more about all the adventures I've had and I'm still having, I've come to realize there's nothing normal about my life. Please be sure to like and subscribe, even hit the bell for notification. I do not, unfortunately, post every single day. I'm definitely trying to get better, but life is happening, you guys, and I just don't have time always to do it. But I really want to get better. I say this all the time. I guess I need to stop saying it and just do it. Don't say it. Don't talk about it. Be about it, right? At any rate, it was wonderful, checking in with you all, and I wish you all the best, and please stay safe.